So we'll continue with our technical sessions. To introduce our second speaker for the day, we now request Mr. E. Prabhakaran, National Council Member, IIF, to introduce Mr. G. Prabhuram, Managing Partner, Alubee Die Casters.
Very good morning, friends. Mr. Prabhuram, to be frank, he doesn't need an introduction to the die casting fraternity. He is already a known person in die casting industry in India. Mr. Prabhuram is a mechanical engineer with an MBA, and he has worked in different industries like die casting, mold making, pneumatics, etc. He has a wide range of industrial experience of more than 30 years in various segments of industry. He has been in the aluminum die casting industry for over 20 years. He is a highly technically qualified and skilled individual with energetic leadership skills. Yes, of course, we all know that. We have seen that he has led his company and his team into several awards in Alucast Forum. He is the co-founder of Alubee Die Casters, a leading die casting industry for more than 3 decades. Alubee is supplying to more than 11 prestigious OEMs and in a variety of fields, including automotive, textile, solar, and power electronics, electric vehicles, etc. Mr. Prabhuram is also grooming a bunch of entrepreneurs in his locality and has been doing so in a structured course like a format known as Happy Bouncing Board. Sir, we would like to know about what is Happy Bouncing Board, sir. For the past 4 years successfully, he has inspired many people to become better version of themselves to aspire for revolutionary changes in their lives. Mr. Prabhuram is a vivid reader and has a profound interest in photography. He is full of zeal and a highly motivated technocrat willing to explore new markets in business at any given time. He strives to bring about change and is always at the wheel to discover new things. Prabhuram sir, the floor is yours. Opportunity to introduce Mr. Prabhuram, please sir.
Important message I want to share with you. Mr. Prabhuram வந்து இந்த பேப்பர் கொடுக்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு 3 weeks before or 1 month before வந்து he has accepted. Fortunately last week his mother died. அவர் வந்து ரொம்ப ரிச்சுவல்ஸில் இருக்கார். ஆக்சுவலி இந்த சடங்குகள் இதில் இருந்தார். ஒரு 3 நாளைக்கு முன்னே அவரே ஃபோன் பண்ணி என்ன பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு யோசிக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னாரு. சரி சார், இது ரொம்ப ஒரு இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டான ஒரு விஷயம், இது ரிலீஜியஸ் மேட்டர், நீங்கள் ப்ரொசீட் பண்ணிங்க, நாங்கள் வில் ஃபைண்ட் நாட். அவர் என்ன நினச்சாரோ தெரியல, திருப்பி மறுநாள் ஃபோன் பண்ணி என்கிட்ட சொன்னார், சார் நான் வரேன் சார், நான் என்னுடைய ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸ் எல்லாரையுமே நான் கன்வின்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன். அதில் ஒரு வார்த்தை அவர் யூஸ் பண்ணார், அதுதான் ரொம்ப இதுவாக இருந்தது, ஃபீலாக இருந்தது. இந்த சென்ஸ், யூ ஆர் கோயிங் டு டு த குட் திங்ஸ் ஸோ யூ கேன் கோ அப்படின்னு அவங்க ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸ் சொன்னபோது, அப்போ வந்து அதாவது டிவோட் டு அதர்ஸ், டெடிகேட் டு அதர்ஸ் அப்படின்றத கிளியராக வந்து இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபோரம் வந்து பண்ணுது அப்படின்றத அவர் சொல்லபோது எனக்கு ரொம்ப டச்சிங்காக இருந்தது. பட் எனிவே ஐ வாண்ட் டு பேக் டு த தேங்க்ஸ் பை வே ஆஃப் கிவிங் 1 minute மௌன் டு ஹிஸ் மதர் டு கெட் எ பீஸ்.
Happy morning to everybody. எல்லாருக்கும் இனிய காலை வணக்கம். இங்கே வைங்க, பரவாயில்ல, இங்கே வச்சுருங்க. அண்ட் சார் விக்னேஷ் வந்து கேட்டார், do you have any presentation அப்படின்னு. No, I do not have any presentation, but my speech will definitely be a powerful presentation அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன். And thanks for the beautiful gesture. Yes, I lost my mother last Sunday, out of context, but still I want to speak about it. Why I am here ரெண்டு விஷயம் எங்கள் அம்மா ஆசைப்பட்டாங்க. ஒன்று வந்து when she was leaving, she don't want to disturb anybody, she don't want to trouble anybody. அது மாதிரி எந்த ட்ரபிள் இல்லாமல் அவங்க போனாங்க ஒன்று. ரெண்டாவது வந்து சுமங்கலியாக போகணும் அப்படின்றது அவங்களுடைய எப்பயும் ஆசையாக இருந்தது. 3 days before he dies, he called me that Prabhu, I am leaving and you have to take care of your father, 53 years of companionship. He will definitely struggle, but you have to do everything, whatever you can do, and make him feel that I am not available. அப்படின்றது அவருக்கு தெரியாத மாதிரி நீ பார்த்துக்கோ, I am leaving அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க. So next day he deteriorated. Sunday morning 7:30 she left. That's what it is. The most important thing is, I asked him, மம்மி அம்மா நீ வந்து உன்னுடைய ரிச்சுவல்ஸ் எல்லாம் நீ பண்ணணும்னு என்ன நினைக்கிறியா அப்படின்னு. கண்டிப்பாக நீ எனக்கு பண்ணணும், ஆனால் ஒரு விஷயம், நான் எப்போ போவேன்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது, நான் போகும்போது யூ ஹவ் ப்ரீ கமிட்டட் எனி திங் அப்படின்னா யூ கிவ் ப்ரியாரிட்டி ஃபார் தட், யூ ஹோல்ட், ஸ்டாப், பாஸ் அண்ட் தென் கோ ஃபினிஷ் யுவர் கமிட்மெண்ட் அண்ட் கம் அண்ட் டூ அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க. அதனால தான் நான் இங்கே கேட்டுருவேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் மை கிராட்டிடியூட் டு மாதா பிதா குரு தெய்வம். Thank you very much for Mr. Prabhakar for giving me this opportunity to speak around a beautiful bunch of people, so energetic, enthusiastic, looking forward to something. ரொம்ப அருமையான ஒரு வாய்ப்பு இது. I don't want to miss it. And I happened to meet Mr. Mutturaj, my old friend. He also shared about it when he was in TVSM. We have interacted a lot and his presentation was also very useful, so inspiring. And I'm really ரொம்ப பெருமையாக இருக்குது அவரை நினைக்கும் போது. நான் எப்படி அவரை பார்த்தேன், இப்போ எப்படி பார்க்குறேன் அப்படின்றது ரொம்ப பெருமையாக இருக்குது. Recently in the Alucast only we met, but again there is an opportunity to meet him. So அது ஒரு அருமையான விஷயம். இந்த மாதிரி கேதரிங் எல்லாம் நமக்கு எதுக்கு நடக்குது, எதனால why we are doing all this அப்படின்னா, see, this is an information age. ChatGPT can tell you everything. You don't have to do anything. You have to type it. Every information you will get it in ChatGPT. We are not coming sort of any information. Information is available all over the net. That's not a problem. The challenge is not what we do not know. The challenge is what we don't do. So how to do? That trigger we'll be able to get in this kind of forum, mutual inspiration. See, normally there are stages: hearing, listening, realizing, awakening. அப்படின்ற ஸ்டேஜுக்கு கால் போகிறோம். ஹியரிங்கிறது இந்த காதில் வாங்கி அந்த காதில் விட்டுறது, லிசனிங்ன்றது கூர்ந்து கவனிச்சு உள்ள வரைக்கும் எடுத்துகிட்டு போகிறது. பட் இட் வில் வேனிஷ் ஆஃப்டர் சம் டைம். ரியலைசேஷன் இஸ் ஆல்ரெடி கான் இன்சைட். தென் இட் வில் பிகம் யுவர் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங். தென் ஃபைனலி ஒன் டே இட் வில் பிகம் யுவர் அவேக்கனிங். The moment it comes that awakening stage only, we will be able to implement what we learn. Otherwise, it's an unwanted burden, unwanted knowledge. It's only a mental backward. 11% is only knowledge, 89% is implementation and execution. Without implementation and execution, nothing changes. We all come here, congregate here, we discuss a lot of things. End of the day, tomorrow, we do what we are doing today. It's of no use, it doesn't solve the purpose of anything. It doesn't meet its objective. Whatever Mutturaj spoke, I picked some 2-3 points. See, normally what we do is, we collect multiple points and end up doing nothing. So cleaning, meaningful cleaning is the one is enough for me. That's all. That's the one point I want to take. Many things it's there at the back of the mind, but meaningful cleaning. When they clean, what are all the things it has gone wrong in the machine also can be noticed and monitored. Normally we delegate some CLs to clean the machine. If from now onwards, it has gone in my mind. So I will appoint one person, when they are cleaning, they also have to be there, and the monitor. That one point is more than sufficient. Many points, one point. Like that, which are all the areas we need transformation is a wrong question to ask. What is the next transformation I need? That is the right question to ask. Where I need the next transformation. Once we achieve the transformation, then we can think the next transformation and move on. Multiple times, many things if it comes into mind, nothing we will end up to see. The man who chases 2 rabbits end up catching nothing. At least follow one rabbit, catch, and then you follow this thing. Coming to the subject, anything, this forum I came to know about IIF. If you want to respect the forum, you have to know the history of it. Almost 1950 it has been started, 23 chapters, member of WFO and member of CAI, and many beautiful things this forum is doing. And I grew respect into that forum. Because when you know the history only, you will be able to. See, some of us are not born in 1950, somebody has created this. நிறைய நல்ல விஷயங்கள் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க, அவங்களுடைய டைம், எனர்ஜி, எஃபர்ட் எல்லாத்தையும் அவங்க கொடுக்குறாங்க அப்படின்னா for that we need to respect. What is that respect we are giving? Kind of involvement, intensity, undivided attention. What is in it for me? அப்படின்றதுல இருந்து ஏதாவது எடுத்துட்டு போக முடியுமா? At least 1%, 1 point, if they collect, internalize, and then they implement, this forum is 100% achieve this objective. அப்படின்னா சொல்லலாம். There is no presentation, but I will speak with a flow. Whatever the point it hits you the most, maybe that is your transformation. And the subject, the topic what it has been given to me is casting, costing. Everybody knows everything. It's not that when you are sitting here, you must be knowing everything. I'm not going to talk anything new, but still, it's only bringing again that old things into the surface. That's what it does. All the things we know, it's all somewhere deep inside that memory. So when we are talking like this, sharing knowledge, sharing presentation, that will come to the surface, again it will be refreshed. Basically, at the current maturity, what we can understand about this is the matter. Why this costing is important? That's the question. Why it is important? Why it is important means, if you want to be in the volume business, I'm not talking about something innovative product or monopoly product or niche business, I'm not talking about. When we want to be in a volume business, market is price sensitive, customers are cost sensitive. They are price sensitive. Especially in India, people tend to see that price tag before they want to buy anything. So price tag for them is very, very important, especially when you are in the volume business. And when as a segment is fixed, the product price is fixed. 100cc bike means what will be the starter cost. 1000cc car means what will be the generator cost. The budget is fixed. Once the product budget is fixed, the component budget for the windshield, the shaft, the rotor, whatever it comes, that is also fixed. Maybe there is a plus minus 5% this way, that way, but the element of price is already fixed. So we cannot do much about the pricing, what customers are fixing, because they are also dependent. The customer, 1000cc by 1000cc car means this is the price. Between this lakh to this lakh only, it has to be. Otherwise, customers won't buy. So we need to understand what is that. This is for one. So customers are cost sensitive, market is price sensitive. That's why the costing is very important. Second, inflation versus discounts, annual price negotiation, or year-on-year discount you can say, or one-time payment, or turnover discount. See, one side everything is increasing, as you know, energy cost, labor cost, rent cost, consumable cost, interest rates, everything is in that mode, and we have to reduce the prices or the customers will put pressure on us. So there, second reason, we have to be much focused on costing. Third is, costing, if it is not done properly, then it will hit our profits. When profit doesn't grow, nothing grows. Everything grows only when profit grows. A healthy balance sheet, a very good P&L is the objective of any business. It's not only in the business, even if you're in a career. Right now, when I was in the tea break, when I was talking to Mutraj, I said, you have to earn to spend. It was not like an earlier company. In this company, if I want to invest or if I want to spend anything, I have to earn. So it is not only for entrepreneurship, even if you're in a career, the profit orientation is very, very important. So the three reasons why we are focusing on costing is very, very important. The three parts which I feel that is relevant to discuss here about costing. What are all the three factors? One is, what are all the areas of costing where we have to focus on costing? What are all the areas? According to me, about 11 areas of costing is there that we will discuss. What are all the areas? Second, so three areas of costing, what are all the parameters to be considered when we cost, when we prepare or when we work out the costing? That is 2. 3, having prepared the costing, it's not that market is going to give, because the market price is available. So how to optimize and manage costing? This is the 3 areas we want to discuss here. What are all the 11 different areas of costing. First is raw material cost, energy cost, equipment cost, and then people cost, that is labor cost, then tooling cost, process cost, inventory cost, consumable cost, quality cost, and then admin cost. Finally, 11th is logistic cost. So these are all the area when we are working, each and every area we have to address. So let us take raw material. Why we need to know this? Why we need to know this every cost? Because when we know only what is not measured cannot be monitored, what is not monitored cannot be controlled, what is not controlled cannot be directed, what is not directed will never become progress. So everything starts from measurement. That's what he also captured in one of the slides. This is what we are doing. So measurement is everything. So to measure, we should know what are all the parameters to consider. What are all the parameters? So when we talk about raw material in costing, it's very tough actually. It's a mixed bunch of people. Some of the raw material customers, they say this is the price you have to go and buy. Some of the things they will say that whatever you buy, this is our price. Some of the customers say once in 3 months we will amend and give. Some of them they say this is the LME price, based on that the raw material will go. All that they will speak. But we have to consider properly what is the raw material, what is the landing cost of the raw material. It's not the raw material what there in the book, when it will land. What is the inventory of raw material we are keeping? Are we buying almost about 50 tons at a time, or are we ready to pull? Because finally, it's not only the business, the cash flow of the business is important. Anything we do without thinking, it choke our cash flow. When cash flow chokes, everything chokes in an organization. In a book, we will be having 1.5 crores, but today to buy the diesel, we will not be having the money. So cash flow for a business is very important. So every aspect of costing, we have to be very careful. So what is the real part weight? Maybe they will be given something in that model, that part, but actually when you design, what should be that part? Is it very clearly about yield? Yield is very important when you design itself, what is the yield? Because it all comes into the raw material category. So where you are you buying it from the local area, or you are somewhere importing, or somewhere north you are buying it. But ultimately, what is the cost per kg for you at the landing cost? That has to be calculated. And also the relationship what we maintain with the alloy supplier is also important, because it's also coming to the close. Accounts receivable, accounts payable. See, if you want to improve the cash flow, there are 6 parameters which are very important. One is price, 2, second volume, third cost of goods sold, fourth is operating expenditure, fifth is accounts payable, sixth is account receivable, last is inventory. So all these 7 key layers, when we focus only, then our cash flow will improve. So in that manner, the supplier relationship is very important. So raw material, what is the cost per kg? How, in what rate we are buying? Where is that? What is the weight we are calculating? Is it really the thing put in that calculation, whatever that worksheet, what we are doing, everything we have to do. Then energy cost. See, very major energy, in die casting industry, we are all very, very energy consuming companies. The EV bill is increasing, the diesel prices are increasing, the oil prices are increasing. So how efficiently we are melting the aluminium is very, very important parameter. Basically, what is your cost per kg melting? You have to work out. You will have a lot of different methods to work out, but one simple method is what is your total energy cost? Whether it is an EV or whatever the diesel you bought, or whatever the furnace oil you bought, whatever, or you are somewhere, if you are using some wood to produce energy, whatever your media you are using to produce the energy, that is in one area. Divided by what are all the components you have already sold. So, if your energy cost is 4 lakhs, if you are selling only 1 lakh component per month, your cost per component energy is 4 rupees, that's all, simple. Any component if you sell, average is 4 rupees per component. So that you have to be very much aware of. So a lot of items are in what called WIP, sir. That is okay, let it be there. What you have sold comes to the matter. Next thing, automatically the energy will reduce accordingly that whatever you are selling. Just to do one indication, I am not talking about this is the correct methodology of calculation and giving it to the customer. That's a different area. but here to understand what is our energy cost and what are all the different methodology of energy we can say. Maybe solar is there, people will come and install solar at your rooftop on their cost, and then they will adjust based on your power bill, and that profit sharing is already there. Windmill people they are coming and doing, or the other the hydro power producers also coming and doing. So we have to be very careful and calculative about how efficiently we will be able to manage our energy cost, how are we going to save. Within half an hour I have to cover everything, so I am going little speed, but if anything is there, finally we can ask questions. Equipment cost is also very important. As much as I said, we don't sell any equipment, but we upgrade. Even that size of company, they are very much cautious about the capital. We can always buy new machines, that's not an issue, but it's not trouble for some time. Automatically it will run. But in die casting, it's not only machine. That the machine is brand new, beautiful, everything. The mold is not okay. The frequently the core breakages is happening, or the mold is giving flashes, or the plunger is getting jammed. Obviously, we want to stop the machine. He said, good quality shots, good shots. Like that, if you want to produce not only machine. So, how beautifully you select the machine. See, everything is about, see, the cost management basically weigh between efficiency and effectiveness. That's all. I can talk anything, whole talk is efficiency and effectiveness. What is efficiency? What is effectiveness? There is a difference. Doing things right is efficiency. Doing the right thing is efficiency. Effectiveness. Doing things right is efficiency. Doing the right thing is effectiveness. So, simply speaking, he has to produce 1,000 shots per shift. He has produced 1,000 shots per shift. So the machine is effectively used. But all the 1,000 shots have got crack. Then it is not effective. Or they have produced 1,000 shots. All the 1,000 shots are beautiful. Efficiency is 100%. But these 1,000 shots what they produce, there is no order this month. This will be sold only next month. Then it is not effective. So effective. So we may have to use efficient machines and develop effective people. So then only the combination will work. What is cost management altogether? To optimize and manage all our resources to achieve an end goal or end target within the budgeted time or within the budgeted cost to achieve a targeted profit is called cost management. I repeat, to optimize and manage all our resources to achieve an end goal or complete work within a budgeted cost, within a budgeted time to achieve a targeted profit is called cost management. So how efficiently are you using the machine? Maybe probably there are Japanese machines, mechanically very good condition. If you bring the machines and completely change the PLCs, the latest PLCs, there is and whatever you want to add, the sensors and everything, if you add it, and if you run also, it will be cost effective. So machines, the capital is very, very important because now the interest rates are increasing. So what type of equipments are you using? It's very important. So raw material, energy, equipment, and then finally comes, see, all the parameter works beautifully when people are good. So people management is very, very important. So how we are maintaining the people it will make all the difference. So how we are building the relationship with people, how we make them accountable, that is very important. When I speak about efficiency in any organization, why inefficiency breeds? Because inefficiency matters. Inefficiency in every organization is already there. Why inefficiency breeds? There are four major reasons for inefficiency breeding. One is lack of leadership. There is no proper leadership. Two, there is no ownership or multiple ownership for the same thing. Three, there is no sense of cash flow tight. Four, there is no sense of urgency. Only for these four reasons, the inefficiency of any company breeds. So we have to bring people, how we are making them accountable, how we are bringing the ownership into them. He said very clearly, he is JK, he is that JK, he is connected to that, he is connected to that. Like that, We have to define clearly. At the end of the day, he said, why this photo has not come? If the photo is not there, why this has not been posted? What does that mean? It means leadership focus. So leadership focus, if it is not there, the inefficiency breaks. Or there will be a vernier, it gets damaged. Somebody has dropped. If you go and ask, why does it? No sir, night shift la pannita sir. Enakku theriyadhu sir. Tool room la eduthu ponam sir. Na paakave illa sir. That means that vernier is used by so many people, multiple ownership, or nobody has been defined owner for this. It doesn't work. Any one owner for that. He is responsible, even if he gives that equipment to the multiple people, final responsibility is he has to inspect the machine and give, inspect the equipment and give. When he is collecting from them, he has to inspect it and give. If it is his own item, household item, will he be thrown like this? That's what you have to teach. So no ownership, multiple ownership. Cash flow, anything yours, I will give. Sir, I demand power. Yes, I demand power. Sir, in the machine extra, okay, extra machine. Sir, 10 gutter, okay, 10 gutter, all that if you give, probably you will have in cash flow rich, that's not a problem, but it will breed inefficiency. Anything you have, everything, all the photo and so on. So everything you have to measure and give. Without measurement, whatever they ask if you give, it will not bring. He said, no, you have to fix the budget. Within that budget, you have to operate everything. Robert Bosch very clearly, beautifully said that quote, it's not as long as we can work, it's about as economically as we can work. Robert Bosch said. So like that, it's not about how, as long as, in what cost, in any cost, no, it's a given cost. So for that, this is very important. And sense of urgency must be there. Anything, when we discuss, somebody is telling, I will do it. The next question, it must be a culture of an organization to ask this by when. If you are not asking that question, then there is no sense of urgency is created there. By when is very, very important. So there you have to develop people. And another one more important thing is 20% of your people gives 80% of your every productivity. Correct or not, sir? So who is that 20% of the people? Give your full attention to those 20% of the people, which gives 80% of your productivity. Otherwise, if you are investing your time, energy, money, effort, everything on that balance 80%, it will only result to give you the output of only 20%. Whatever I am speaking, it's all related to costing. Costing is more important than casting. Costing, if it is not there, where is the question of producing casting? You may have to shut it down. So this, every parameter will yield to costing. So then it comes to tooling. Tooling is not only mold, fixtures, dies, innovative capping methods, gauging methodologies, everything comes into the picture. This all, each and everything innovatively we have to make it. See, in the market they say one thing. It's not what you can do in the market, it is what the market allow you to do. Like that, see, it's not that you can calculate everything and arrive at a cost. If you go to customer, sir, this is the exact scientific picture, this is my cost. He said your cost is 30% more than our should cost. Every company they calculate a should cost now. They have their own experts, they have their own methodology, they have their own calculation, and they arrive at a should cost. My cost should be like this, they have a should cost. Whoever matching the should cost, they don't want the comparison or L1, L2, L3 concept is also not there. If you are matching my should cost, it's okay. So, how we are going to do that is very, very important. So, these are all the innovative methods. If you are not implementing, we will not be able to meet the should cost and we will be left behind from the competitors. And sometimes, we will be in that situation, the competitors, without knowing anything, they will be also giving. See, for example, if you are hiring an employee, you are conducting an interview, and he is coming and telling, sir, my appa amma udam solradar, avangalukku oda maatra avudhu, my wife pregnant irukanga sir, avanga na hospital kootu ponom, enakku oda loan vaangirken sir, and the loan ponom na kattanum, enakku veetla current bill vaadadhu mattum ivala varudhu sir, sir, en salary vandu 35000 kodutha sir ella okay avanum appadina, will you be able to, maybe everything is genuine. What we see, if he pays 35,000 rupees, will he be able to deliver 70,000 rupees worth of value to the company? That's called deservingness. It's not about desire or faith, it's about deservingness. So like that, we can have our own justification of costing, but at the end of the day, what customer need is important. So what customer need is circle of influence. That's what he need. What we can do inside, that we have to check. So tooling. And again the process, the methodology, what we are using to produce the cost of goods sold, you can say. What is the innovative processes you are identifying? Will you be able to drill 3 at a time instead of 1? Will you be able to tap 3 at a time instead of 1? Will you be able to use this machine, which is costing only this much, instead of using this? Can you develop a small SPM within yourself? It's not very costly, but it will replace a VMC. Whatever it is, what is the best process, cost-effective process is possible with innovative methods? How are we doing this? The process is everything. And process validation. It's not that we are innovating some process and straight away putting into that line. How we are validating it? What process validation? What is the cost of the process? How people are trained in the process? Everything we have to take into consideration. That costing, when you are taking into consideration, basically there are 2 parts. One is whatever the topic I speak, what is actually it is happening, you have to put it in, write it in one column. What modification you have to do to bring that cost to match the market, you have to, that's a separate column. What is actual, what we want to achieve is separate. I am speaking both. The topic when I am talking, what you have to calculate what is happening is for the topic. What the triggers, whatever it is giving, I am giving, or whatever it is coming in your mind, that you have to implement and get the benefit, that cost you have to make it. So that is very important. So the process cost is very, very important. Then consumable cost. Because the foundry as such, uses a lot of peripherals. Every peripheral has got consumables. A lot of dico, plunger oil, lubricants, direct oils, plungers, sleeves. So many consumables are there. Plunger, granules, ladle coat, or anything. If you take many consumables are there. If you are having a machine shop also, they are also having coolant or tools and drills, carbide things, and special cutter. So many things are there, and gauges, fixtures. So what is the consumable cost? Who is our supplier who will be able to accommodate the very most competitive pricing? Who will be able to deliver the service which are needed so quickly? All that we have to take into consideration. And quality cost. He spoke about all the waste elimination, I don't want to repeat. Quality is important. What is the percentage of rejection? Very simply put, what is the cost of quality? That is important. It's not about when you have rejected 5-6 components in the final stage, into selling price is that particular quality cost. Or even any stage if you reject, that's the opportunity you missed to sell it. 100 shots you have produced, how many shots you sold? That is the thing. It's not even good shot. Good shot is only for PDC. How many? 100 shots you have produced. Out of 100 shots you have unloaded the die. What was your billing? Is it 98 or 90? That is the ratio. So that is very important. Even the components are good, but I am not able to sell the 10 numbers, I am keeping it. That will eat away your inventory. Then it will choke your cash flow. What is required only we have to produce. So every parameter is important to be most effective in that aspect. That's very important. So consumables, how you are optimizing. See, in our factory what we are doing is we don't issue consumable based on the request. We issue consumable based on what they produce. Everything is calculated in ERP. So how many number of shots they have produced, it directly goes to stores. And they will have their own shot, this is what they will do. Sir, what happened? We will give an opening stock. The opening stock will be there with them always. But whatever they are producing, based on that, what is that actual calculation of the consumable will be given. In case if they need extra, they can temporarily take it from the opening stock. In case the opening stocks also comes down, they have to come and give the justification and then they take the consumable extra. So that are all make the people accountable or using. See, if there is a shower, if you open, the water close, keep coming, you don't know how long you will take a out. Half an hour also you will stand. If you have given a bucket of water, then if you ask them to take a bath, then you will be very careful. Though if soap put a first day soap put cleaner than you have to be. I'm not talking about conservativeness here. Conservativeness is not at all acceptable. Abundance, because entrepreneurs celebrate abundance, but everything has to be abundant. But and I was told one incident, AVM Mayappa Chettiar, when he was passing the hall, somebody was sitting and reading somewhere that corner, some fan, light, everything was burning. He said, why? You are sitting and reading here in this light, why that light switch is, that light is on, that fan is on, go and switch off. So it's not conservativeness, it's about use, how you use it, because everything is important. So consumables, how you are doing is very important, quality cost of everything is important. And then it comes to logistic cost. Because logistic is very heavily, and he said, no, my machine shop, my casting is here, my machine shop is there, I have to bring everything there. Why? How you will be able to set up where that the movement is very, very low. Also, you can accumulate everything and then use it. Or why is only carpooling? Why not tempo pooling? Why not Tata is pooling? You can combine some 4 or 5 suppliers. See, and we have a lot of suppliers, all the suppliers, and they are doing some job for us. They are all arranging a tempo between them, and each company will go, finally it come to us, they will share the cost. So like that, every penny saved is a penny earned, they say. So that is also to be taken into consideration. So each and every cost, everything is important for us to be very, very competitive, because the market is going to be even more competitive. Because the IC engine era is slowly coming down. If you take a two-wheeler, if you take an engine, it will have many parts which needs die casting. So many die casting parts are there in two-wheeler engine. If you take an EV, that is a motor, that is called engine. EV motor is called a two-wheeler engine. Only 3 parts are there. 3 aluminum die cast parts are there. We are only supplying for Ola. Only 3 parts are there. Where is many number of parts? Crankcase, connecting rod, piston, and water cooling pump, vacuum pump. So many things are there in two-wheeler, but here it's only. So what we are going to do, even market is going to be even more competitive, because the resources will be available, machines will be available, it will be idle. If you are not thinking the future, it's going to be a very, very tough situation for everybody. We have to be, that's what we have to think, very, very large perspective. We have to think, vision must be set. So every parameter, whatever I spoke of, every parameter is important. Right from raw material to equipment to energy to people to tooling, inventory, process, and quality, consumable, logistics, everything we have to be very, very careful in calculating. And then we have to be, for recently I met one big corporate company, purchase rate. When we are discussing and I was talking something, and we are coming into that, we are coming into the segment of MSME. Without even I have completed that sentence, he said one thing, Mr. Prabhuram, in business there are no emotions. He said, Mr. Prabhuram, in business there are no emotions. Whoever is cheaper, we will go, period. So customers are like that. It's not, we are not doing any blame game here. This is what the market is. This is where we have to play our game. That is the beauty. See, he said, no challenges. There is no challenges. There is a situation to deal with, and we will be paid for it. What is the problem? There is a situation to deal with. For that, we have to upgrade. We have to upskill ourselves. We have to invest more time on that. And finally, by doing all this, what is the conclusion? Conclusion is, there are circle of concerns, there are circle of influences. Circle of concern means, for your example, I just wanted to see a lot of metro work and other things are happening. Everywhere they are cutting the trees. What is this? Is it right? Rain won't come. We can discuss about half an hour about what is happening, why they are cutting it off. That is circle of concern. We cannot do anything about it. We cannot go and stop the government to cut the tree. We can do one thing. I will plant one tree and grow. That we can do. That is in our circle of influence. So like that, what we can do? No, a lot of literacy is very, very poor. In Kerala it is beautiful. In Tamil Nadu it is less. Why that people are not giving that free education? All that we can talk, that circle of concern. Circle of influence is whatever the driver made, their sons, their daughters, we will sponsor education. That is in our hand. Like that we can do anything. No, customers are bringing down the cost and they are forcing us to supply this price. This is concern. Influence is, every department is a bank. One of the same one corporate, I went there, initial stages I went there to ask for an advance, 10 lakhs advance I went there and asked for advance. He said, why don't you go and approach a bank and get it? Now already approached, they need collateral to give that loan. No, I am not talking about the government bank. I am talking your department. Each department is a bank. Go and see. A lot of money are hidden. Very, very important. And yes, it's true. Because when we talk about inventory is like, without our knowledge, taking the 2000 rupees note and burning in a candle. It's like that. Because if you go inside the shop door, lot of castings, everything, it will be kept. If you convert that, he said, that's my setting time is 60,000, 67,000 rupees. My shift startup time is this many lakhs. Like that, the money has been kept as bundles. Every inventory is important. Inventory also you have to focus. So where we need to focus, there we have to focus our energy, our time, everything. Basically, we have to take the ownership. That is very important. Efficiently, effectively, innovative method, you have to use it and bring everybody under one forum. Collectively, first of all, when we talk about vision, everybody in the organization will know the vision or not, where we want to go. That is very important. If they don't understand the vision of an organization, it's like about 100 horses they've tied in a car, and if you allow 100 horses to go in multiple directions, where will the car go? Like that, every employee, right from the sweeper to the top people, everybody knows the vision of the organization. What is the vision is not something you write in the website and other things. It is a culture, vision orientation. It must be in a DNA. He said, TPM it must be a culture, it must be in your blood DNA. Like that, vision also should be there. What is your vision? And keep it very simple. He said, you have to keep anything if you want to implement, you have to keep it simple. Like that, vision also must be simple. For us, 11 OEMs, 1.1 lakh, that is 11 lakhs components, and then 111 crore turnover. That's all. That's the vision. That we have achieved. Now we have upgraded ourselves to 211 crore. That's a definition. But what is your vision? That is very, very important. So without vision, people will not be able to congregate. And anything, everything, you have to make them accountable. I am asking you to make the first 20% of the people, make them accountable. Automatically the 80% will be taken care. We may not have to focus all the 80%. The 20%, if we make it all the 80%. And the profit orientation, even the cost center should become profit center. That's the approach. Anywhere we talk, what is the kind of a profit we get from the company? What is the cost? What is the cost orientation? Here, what is the profit from the cost center? Even stores, maintenance, these are all cost center. Even from that, how can we take profit? That's the approach we have to do it to be very, very competitive. So that's all. Many things we can speak, but generally to give you an overview of it, costing is important. There are many areas of costing. We have to know when we are working out for any item, these are all the areas have been covered. That is one thing. Even if you have covered everything, you arrived at your cost, there is no guarantee customer will pay for the cost. What is his cost is totally different. For that, how we can optimize all our resources to bring the cost to that level is circle of influence. What the customer is giving the cost is circle of concern. We cannot change it. What is that we can do to bring our cost within that? How can we improve our deservingness to get it? That is very important. But of course, if you are a monopoly, if you are a niche market, whatever you are pricing, you can always get it. It's nothing wrong in it. And it's about shrewdness. In business, there is no emotion. It's about shrewdness. You have to be shrewd enough to understand where they stand, where you stand, how you get it, how long you wait, how long they wait. All that is there in the business. But still, at the end of the day, if the profit is not growing, nothing grows. If anybody comes to Alubee, they say it's almost like an European company. Every shop or everything has been maintained so beautifully. How is it possible? Only because of profits. If you are not making profits, nothing matters. Nothing matters. Everybody is happy. Otherwise, what happens? We do the business. If there is no profit, everybody benefits except the product. Everybody benefits. Government will benefit because they are paying taxes. Customer will benefit because they are paying services. Supplier will benefit because they are giving business. Employees will be benefit because you are giving salary. Family will be benefited because they are also enjoying. As an entrepreneur, if you are not making any profit, you suffer. Everybody will be happy. So it's not about what we desire, it's about how we increase our deservingness. So mainly focus on people because after all the layers, the finally who is there means is a human being. So why they are doing that human behaviors, you have to understand. Then everything will be all right. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for the wonderful speech, sir. The complete presentation was from his heart. So we need to thank him again for that. So for questions, since we are running a little behind, we'll have the questions over lunch. Now I would like to call upon Mr. P. Senthil Kumar, Honorary Treasurer, IIF Chennai Chapter, to felicitate Mr. G. Prabhuram with a traditional Angavastram. Now we request Mr. K.S. Anbuselvan, National Council Member, IIF, to felicitate Mr. G. Prabhuram with a memento.
Thank you very much. Thanks to Mr. Prabhakar only. He only gave the opportunity to me. And the touching moment is all that 1 minute mourning what you have done. And my mother will be so proud of me. And I always given her the positive tears. And I have not cried when she left. Even yet I have not cried for her. Because I have given her a very, very, very highly positive tears. At least once in a month I used to go there and talk to her and sit near to her. And she had a lot of things in the early stages, but when we grown, he only showed the shot of that kind of a fire into me. I miss her a lot. I miss you, Ma.
Thanks again, sir.